Hello, YouTube, and welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to discuss something different today. We're going to talk about disability people and how disability is affecting us. Well, here is Sarah.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I was born with Asperger's and ADHD and PBD. Asperger's is autism. I'm like high function, like borderline. And then ADHD is attendance hyper deaf disorder. I'm not deaf. That doesn't mean I'm deaf. It's just like I can't multitask on certain things. I can't. I. It's easy for me to lose concentration and stuff. And then PBD. Lots of people don't know what PBD is. They don't understand what PBD. All it is permanently, just like permanently kind of delay. Just learning disabled. So yeah, I was like diagnosed when I was probably like think like 2, maybe 1 years old. I don't really remember like and stuff. And then I used to have seizures. I don't have it anymore. I grew out of that, thank God. Pretty much what a seizure is like the one that I had grand mal. I'm having a conversation with you right now, right? Well, I would black out and I wouldn't know my surroundings. But I will tell you, if somebody has a seizure, you can't, once they have it, you can't get them out of it. You can't, because it has to do with the brain cell. But like, say they have a seizure, the one that's on the floor, what you can do is protect them so they don't hit their head. But you cannot once they're in their seizure, you cannot get them out of it. You just have to sit there and watch and let them have it. But yeah. So I believe disabilities don't have rights on certain things. Like, you're not allowed to, they say you're not allowed to get married, which I'm sorry, I think it's kind of screwed up. They say they'll take away your disability if you get married. And the thing is, yes, we are different. We may learn different, but we have the same needs, just like regular people. We have feelings too and stuff. We are capable of doing certain things like everybody else, but it just takes us longer to learn, and we learn different. I was teased in school, bullied. I was called retarded, but I got something to say. When people I haven't heard that word anymore, retarded, and I don't like that word. But if somebody ever called me retarded, I would say, well, you telling me you respect me? I got I'm equal, and I'm what would I say? Something I would think of something positive. What they're trying to say. Okay, I hate the word retarded. We are not retarded. We're just intellectual. Something. I forgot what the word I'm looking for. But we just learn different, and there's nothing wrong with it. Another thing I hate. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say I do not like the school board of education. They are crock of you know what. Okay? What gives the school board the right to tell the teachers how to teach their students? Okay? You school board are not the ones taking the time to teach the students 24/7. You're not there to know what your students are capable of doing. Not each students are going to be on the same level as other students. Each students are in a different level. Okay? I believe the only person who needs to tell the students what they're capable of is the teachers. School board, I got something to say. Get off your ass and stop being on the computer and telling the teachers what they need to learn and teach their students. Because you're not the one who's teaching the students. The teachers are. Yeah, I said that. I didn't stutter. Anyways, you know, and you know what, school board? If it wasn't for the teachers, where would you be? Yeah, I said that too. Let's see. And teachers don't get paid enough, and that's what's sad. Teachers need to start getting bonuses and be certain teachers, not all teachers, because there are some teachers that are idiots. I've learned that. But let's see. But I'm glad there is Special Olympics. Special Olympics has brought a lot of opportunities. And, I will admit, when I was in school, I felt misunderstood. I think I had more depression when I was in Augusta, Georgia. If you've ever been there, it's the most boring place. Golf, golf, golf. But I will say you meet a lot of nice people who are good people, because I met a lot of friends who has accepted me for who I am. And I'm grateful for those friends, and they know who they are. Yeah, so, but I'm going to say something, okay? I think the biggest mistake as parents with a disability child, I don't have kids, and I'm not married. But I think the biggest mistakes that a parent can make with a person who has a disability as a parent is baby them, not letting them be independent, and not letting them have their surroundings. I see these episode of Born This Way, and I love that show. But just because they have Down syndrome doesn't mean you can't not let them grow. Okay? I learned in school, one of the safety courses that we had, like in school, that most people that are, how do I put this, raped and victimized is because they try to find the easiest target that they can and stuff. And, you can't teach them to be scared of life either. They have to learn what they need to do in an emergency situation. Because parents, you're not always going to be there. What's going to happen to your kids when you're off somewhere and you didn't teach them the stuff that they need to be taught in life? Okay? You got to, let them have a job. Okay, let them have a thing. Now, if you want them to have a gated security neighborhood, I get that. Trust me, I get that. And I think that's the best way. But you have to let go and let them be adults and let them grow. You can't baby them. That's the worst thing you're going to do, because then they're going to rely on you 24/7 and they'll never grow. And guess what? When they lose you, they're going to be more devastated, and they will not be ready for the real world. I do have some anger issues. That's another thing I have to learn to control. But yeah. Do you got anything to say? This is David. David's shy. Okay. He is learning disabled. He can talk. He's just shy.
I'm not shy.
He's shy. Because he ain't talking. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason David has a disability, he wasn't chose to live that way. Okay, nobody with disability, most of the disability was not chosen. Some of them were chosen by parents who were drug addicts and stuff. Unfortunately, that's why David has more issues than I do. Yes, David does lie to me a lot. But at the same time, people ask me, how do you deal with that? How do you cope with it and everything? I don't appreciate it. I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't, how do I put this? Let's just say I don't encourage it like his brother's girlfriend does. I'm not going to mention his name, but he knows who he is. I don't say it's okay to lie. Because eventually it comes right back and eat you in the butt. Trust me, I did one little lie and it came back and bit me in the butt. But I do not, when he lies to me, he gets the worst degree ever from me. Then he gets it from my family and stuff. And he knows when he lied. But he's also been dropped as a baby. So, I asked him last night, like, he was adopted. And, and I don't blame him. He doesn't want to meet his birth parents. Can't force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. And personally, if I was adopted and my parents were drug addicts, I would not want to meet them either. But I'm not adopted, so I've seen the videos of me being born. Anyways, another thing is, I just like being independent. I always been like that when I was a little kid.
You can tell them why. You can tell them why.
Why don't you do it?
You do it.
No,
you said you wanted to do it.
I do, but you need to speak out too, not just me.
It's okay.
Sit your little butt down.
You can tell them why I'm like this. You can tell them I'm a crack baby.
Okay, David says he's more than a crack baby. His birth parents did CB. Help me out.
They did crack, CPC, PCP, cocaine, and
You need to come right here and tell the views.
my parents, my birth parent, the one who adopted me, did PCP.
No, the birth parents, not your adopted parents. Don't say that.
Oh, my birth parents did PCP, marijuana, crack cocaine, and heroin.
But you know what? One thing I will give the birth parents credit, even though they did all that crap, they left him at the airport. So that was some love right there, because they could have been some screwed up birth parents and left him in the trash can.
Oh, and you're not appreciated that you're in my life? Wow. Wow. No, you didn't say that. Wow.
Wow. I am appreciated David's in my life. But let me tell you.
I treat you good, too.
I'll tell you what. He's a handful. But then again, I'm not easy either. So I will tell you that. I'm not a neat freak. Are
we done?
No. So people ask me all the time, like, I'm not ashamed of my disability like I used to be. Trust me, I used to be ashamed.